And welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 11 Division 1 Round 4 here in Malaysia at the Sepang International Circuit, where it is cloudy conditions, unlike the Division 2 race earlier, which was the first ever flag to flag. So we have the wild card in Fadley and as well as Skydiff. And Schmoyes has changed from KTM to Prima Pramac Ducati. For some reason, I can hear raindrops. And VTR is apparently the favourite for pole position, being the only rider in this group to do a 1:52. So the current championship leader, the race winner from last time out, is your favourite, but Craig in terms of race pace can match him. But unfortunately, it seems like with the two title contenders, whenever one of them is on race winning form, the other one unfortunately can't match them, and we don't have a battle for the win between those two. So hopefully this round can be the one. But what the riders have to be careful of is not the hard front tyre is the best tyre, but unfortunately you only have two sets for the qualifying and race. So it means you can only use one hard front throughout the entirety of qualifying, so they're most likely going to leave that to the end. So meanwhile they will have to run the soft front because the medium front is practically useless. So the soft front will last for two sectors, and then the third and fourth sector it will struggle. So I'll take a quick check of the championship standings. So VTR leads by 11.5 points over Craig, who should have finished third but ended up 6th. So it's going to be a big round for Craig. He has to beat VTR this weekend to make sure VTR doesn't start romping away with this. Obviously, tides can easily change, but momentum is definitely on VTR's side to become a two-time champion. Into the third sector now. Don't run onto the outside. Kirby just about evades that. And now coming down towards turn 9. When a break just under the bridge. And he's just missed that apex there, but it's okay because you don't have to fully hit the apex. It's all about the exit, as Craig has gone down at turn 8. So that's his banker lap. It was his first banker lap anyway, out the window. Very easy to exceed trail limits at that corner, but VTR holds it well into the third checkpoint, and now it's just the run down this back straight, the final corner, and the run to the line to go for the current championship leader. Rolls has gone down as well following his sprint victory and his second place last weekend. Up to the line, it's a 53.3, so a very strong opening lap time from the championship leader, as Howling is going to be the next rider to set a competitive lap time, with everybody else crashing and invalidating through the final corner. for the Grassini Ducati riders. Rolls gets out of his way. Up to the line. And Howling goes second, setting a 55.2, sorry. Schmoyes will be the next rider to set a lap time so far. Currently going through turn 6. Just a bit of lag there, hoping that was Schmoyes and not me. As Craig sets a red sector 1. Bit of a bobble on the front as he changed direction for turn 5. And he's also hit the curb as well. Took the cleanest of runs through the long corners. Oh, he's got on the grass. Oh, and that is a big crash for Craig. And his bike's gone through the fence. As Fadley now on a wild card at not a home round, but he's Indonesian and we're in Malaysia, so it can kind of be a home round for him. He's taking the wider line through that corner. Rep's not yet setting a lap time. Schmoyes will just check where he is. Imagine he might be setting up, crossing the line now. Yes, he is. Up to the line he goes, and he should go. He goes third. So he must have made a mistake somewhere on this lap. And Rolge now crosses the line, and he goes into second place. Not Rolge, Fadley goes into second place. Rolge has kind of sacrificed the start of the lap to let Howling through. Goes into fourth. You got Mir and Hadith. Hadith going from the Repsol Honda to the Grassini Ducati between Division 2 and 1. His pace naturally should put him onto the front row. We'll wait and see. Hard on the brakes into the last corner. Really early apex there for the Malaysian. And now up to the line, we'll just see a Mir in the background, I think, as well. He goes into the box. And Hadith goes into third place. Fadley is improving on his lap. And Reps is also improving, since he hasn't even set a lap time yet. So you go, and Mir crosses the line from the pit lane and goes into 7th. Reps runs really wide through turn 9. So I don't think this lap is going to be the best that he could have hoped for. He is running, I believe that's the Jorge Martin. Roll just come down. Yeah, that's the Martin helmet from Valencia. And Hadith with a red sector 1. So we'll just keep an eye on what his next sector is. As Fadley is just approaching the final corner now. Does he box or does he continue with the lap? He does continue with the lap. So he is running the hard front, so he is going to be able to use the soft front from now on. And he crosses the line and improves by 1/10 of a second. Reps goes to the line and he goes 7th, so he must have crashed somewhere without me realising. And Hadith, despite accessing a very good sector 1, has lost time in the second sector, and he is between Craig and VTR, and Craig nearly hits the back of Hadith there into the braking zone. What tyres VTR got on the front? It is the hard front. But VTR's not improving on this lap, so maybe he's encountered some traffic from Hadith and Craig or something like that. We'll have to wait and see. But it's unlikely he will improve. But the hard front could, in theory, gain him time in the last 2 sectors. So we'll wait and see as he goes into the final corner. The bike's moving all over the place. If he's got enough fuel, he'll continue on to do another lap. And Vito does not improve. Schmoyes and Reps. Where's Reps on track? He's behind Schmoyes, so we'll go with Schmoyes. Currently 2.9 seconds off VTR's lap time. It is one of the longest circuits on the calendar, so the bigger gaps are expected as VTR does improve in the first sector. So whatever happened on that first lap is definitely improving the second go. Round the final corner for Schmoyes, he fires out the GP23 Ducati up to the line, and he goes, still remains 6th, but improves by 4/10 of a second as Reps, who I believe has managed to stay on both wheels for this lap and will surely move on to the second row. Yes, he does. He goes into 6th place, 2 seconds off. So Howling currently doing his best qualifying of the season in 4th. He has gone down at turn number 5, and hopefully he'll get out of the way of the 2 riders coming his way, which is Hadif and Hulikar, which he has done very well. VTR lost time in the second sector. This happens in the third. He's lost time there again. And Craig, who has managed to he's not improved his first 2 sectors, but he must have obviously stayed on, as he's improving on this lap. He can box and go again, but that will mean he only have one full go at it. And he is going to continue. VTR does box. Craig up to the line. Will this put him on the front row of the grid? Yes, it does. 9/10 off though. Amir now improving in the opening sector. VTR can just sit in the pits actually for as long as he wants, for at least a minute. And Craig with a red sector 1. Amir running the hard front, medium rear, so we can just do multiple laps. And so there isn't that much of a difference between the soft rear and the medium rear, probably like 2/10. So when you're looking at these gaps here, I can't see Amir really losing too much time depending on his lap. His teammate Hulikar is also improving on a lap that he's yet to actually complete. So both Mooney VL46 Ducatis struggling so far in this session, with just over 2 minutes remaining of the session. As the Italian Amir goes down the back straight, heading towards the final corner, braking hard, tipping it left, got the negative camber, turn it back, fire it out, and now up to the line. Where will the sprint podium finisher from last weekend go? He goes into 5th and knocked Howling down to 6th, and Howling could be in danger of dropping to the 3rd row as Rolge is improving on his lap. He just needs to find just over a 10th. Running the soft front. The American comes to the line now. And he does jump onto the 2nd row. Just about. And Hulikar, the Colombian, holding the brakes, running the curb on the... Oh, and that is out. He's massive braked himself and he's gone down. But he will get a very good run onto his last lap. So he will have to brake a tiny bit earlier for turn 1. And that is, I think, that's Howling going to the box. That's Howling session over. And Hadif has got himself a great marker behind VTR. Hadif could find himself on the front row if he plays this right, as he got the Prix Ducati of Schmoyes there in the background as well. Into turn 1 go VTR and Hadif. Very clean. Ooh, we got a bit on the curve, and that's not ideal. As we hit the sector point roundabout now. And there's a red sector 1 despite the mistake of hitting the curb. Hadif unable to improve on his lap time. Just seems very nice and smooth with VTR so far. Bit of a head wobble, that does happen sometimes if the bike just gets a little bit unsettled as you change direction over the little crest. And we'll go to Amir, who is set to improve his lap time. Can he improve his position? As Fadley's gone down at turn 4. Amir crosses the line and he jumps into 4th place. He steals 4th from Hadif, and he will head the front row of the grid up to 2nd row of the grid so far, unless Reps has something to say about it. The Reps, the Honda rider, goes round the final corner. He will not be top Honda, I don't think. Craig and VTR on personal best sectors, fastest sectors of all, and Reps jumps into 7th place, displacing Howley. He's at the exact same lap time as Rolled, actually. And Smoyes is, oh, whoa, and who was that? That was Hadif going down. So Hadif's lap is gone. Craig still for the 2nd sector. So VTR, can this be a 152? Craig has lost time in the 2nd sector. VTR sideways into the braking zone, using the curve on the rear tyre. Up to the line goes the championship leader. And it's a 53.1. Smoyes now up to the line. Looking to not be in last place, the Austrian. And he does lose time, unfortunately, as Craig doesn't look like he's going to go pole position. But he's set to improve his lap time. I'm sure he will definitely be hoping to be less than 1.1 seconds from pole position. And Amir, if he continues, might be able to steal the last front row spot from Fadley. He has lost time in the 3rd sector, and Hadif has disconnected from the session. So we will have to restart the lobby for him. Craig up to the line, and he is 7/10 off. And Amir is going to be the last person to cross the line, and he is able to improve but not take the position. So it's VTR on pole, Craig 2nd, Fadley 3rd, Amir 4th, and then if it had a 5th, Rolled 6th, Rep 7th, Howling 8th, through the con 9th, and Smoyes in 10th.
Who will celebrate victory in the Malaysian Grand Prix? Riders have completed their warm-up lap and are lined up on the Sepang grid, ready for the off. While we wait for the cameras to take us to Park Ferme to meet today's stars, let's take a quick look at the...
Okay, so we're just waiting for Mia and Howling to ready up. Unfortunately, Cardiff's internet has decided to not work. Right, let's get going. So VTR on pole, Craig in second with his different helmet and number as usual, and Fadley in third. The lights are on. And we're off, and Vito with very poor reaction times, and he is all the way down in 6th, 7th place. Might even be last heading towards turn 1, but it's going to be Amir Tahifa who will take the whole shot into turn 1. But it's going to be Craig who... and Hulikar's gone down, but it's Craig who leads the way ahead of Amir, and then it's Schmoyes from the back of the grid, and then Reps rolled, whoa, big contact going on all over the place. And Vito's found himself in 6th now. So the riders 1st and 2nd last weekend, and now 6th and 7th, and the two Reps of the Honda riders go side by side, and that is... Oh, and Amir's gone down. Not quite sure how that happened, but Craig is out in front. Last time this happened, he cleared off. Vito's definitely got the pace to win this race, but he is down in 4th. He's got Fadley and Schmoyes to get out of the way. And I expect Rolls to just follow him and try and pick him off. But Fadley now has passed Schmoyes. The 2nd place and goes into... is now 7 tenths behind Craig. Vito will be the next person to smash Schmoyes. He looks up the inside at turn 11, but he's not able to do so. Now into turn 12. He's got to be here. He's got to take a really tight line. Goes underneath the Prima Pram at the Catty rider, and he is through. Vito's now into the podium places despite that poor start. But Schmoyes is going to be in the slipstream of the championship leader. He pulls out to the right. Vito's surely be stronger on the brakes though. And look at Rolls going up the inside of Schmoyes as well. And he's through. The American goes nice move, but Schmoyes gets the cut back, but Rolls is going to get the better exit. And Rolls moves into 4th place. They go hard on the brakes. Contact between the two. Rolls is going to cut it underneath the Ducati rider. And Rolls leaves him plenty of space, but the American finally gets the move stuck. We now have a top 3 forming. Craig 5 tenths ahead of Fadley, who's 2 tenths ahead of VTR. Fadley has won. I want to say he's won a VollGazzRacing race before. Obviously, he's not been racing here for quite a while. But on his return, he's doing a great job as Reps now tries to get through on Schmoyes, but is unable to do so. And Reps is trying to find a way through on Schmoyes now. Schmoyes, ooh, he goes over the curb, and that gives Reps an easy job to find a way through. Howling should be the next person to try and take off Schmoyes. Howling's still struggling to get to grips with the GP23 game. Schmoyes running really wild on the curb. They're lucky not to go down. But VTR now is all over the back of Fadley. He might have just do the exact same move he did on Schmoyes a lap ago, and he does do so. But Fadley will get the better exit in theory and the slipstream. Vito running the outside curve. Fadley now on the slipstream pulls out to the left hand side. Side by side into the braking zone. Fadley's going to brake harder, but Vito's he's going to try and undercut him. They're going to run quite wide, and Fadley holds on to 2nd place. But then this is the bad thing about being in front, coming out the final corner. The fact that VTR will now have the slipstream, but if Fadley can just use the slipstream of Craig, he might just be able to hold on to 2nd, which he has done so. But Vito's going to turn it tighter through turn 1, and he's made the move for 2nd place. But Fadley's going to try and... he's done what Trask did to me, and Fadley moves back into 2nd place. Very harsh, but just about fair move. The door was open and Fadley took it. But all that fighting's just giving Craig that couple attempts to eke out an advantage. Craig led every single lap of the race in Austin. He didn't lead a single lap in Jerez last week. But let's see if reps has gone down, and that promotes Schmoy's back inside the top 5. With Hulikar starting to close in on Howling in the background there. But now this has become a front quartet as Rolls is now joining onto the group. He's just in the background there. So it looks like Craig's just not 100% comfortable for some strange reason. I did expect better pace, but it definitely seems like he's not the strongest, but he's definitely been the most consistent. And Fadley now wising to VTR's line, and VTR not close enough to attack anyway. Fadley struggling a lot with wheelies there on the exit of the penultimate corner, and VTR now in the slipstream. Can he attack into the final corner? Is he going to try and set it up for the run? So he's going to go round the outside of the Repsol Honda rider. And he's running so wide he's gone off the track. But he's going to get a great run down the home straight. He's going to pull out to the right to go and take Fadley on the inside. But Fadley's going to outbrake the Aprilia. There's no way he gets it. Oh, has he got it? He has got it stopped just about, but VTR's going to set him up, and VTR is now through. So the two championship protagonists are now first and second as Schmoyes and Howling make contact, and Schmoyes stays ahead of the Dutchman as they go through turn 3, the long turn 3. His head towards turn 4, and Hulikar could take profit from this position as well. Howling's going to outbrake the Austrian into turn 4 and makes a move stick, but Schmoyes is going to have the better exit. But Howling's got the inside for turn 5, and the Rossini rider's got through, but he's run wide. Schmoyes has got the inside line, and Howling is forced to concede the position. And Hulikar's now got it with the side of Howling as well. So Howling going from 5th to 7th in one sequence of corners. VTR not currently able to close in on Craig, and Roll just gone down at turn 9, and Hulikar, it's the back of Schmoyes and goes down at turn 9 as well. But Roll had such a gap over these, now these two, that the fact he's able to crash and still remain in 4th place. So here's a trio at the front now for the race win. Roll seemingly now out of podium contention. It seems like VTR stronger in the second half of the lap compared to Craig, gaining about 2/10 of a second. But he's just not quite in slipstream range, and the Ducati's pulling away from the Aprilia in the braking zones, it seems. Craig must have ran really wide at the last corner because VTR's taken the 1.5 tenths out of him. Howling now in the slipstream of Schmoyes. He pulls out to the right, taking the inside line. He will be strong on the brakes. Schmoyes gives him plenty of room as they go through turn 2, and Schmoyes really outbraked himself. Howling should have the better exit, but Schmoyes has got the inside line, and Schmoyes holds on just about, but Howling's got the inside line now for turn 4 once again, just like the previous lap. And the number 26 back into 5th place. He runs wide, and Schmoyes is going to have the outside line and retakes 5th place from Howling. Howling really struggling to make the move stick on Schmoyes, who's just placing his bike in the right place at the right time. Into the double right, so Schmoyes is doing just a good job. And Reps is starting to close in as well on these two with them fighting. At the front, Craig is being reeled in by VTR, is now under half a second behind. Where's the move going to come? When they cross the line, it will be the halfway stage. 5 laps gone, 5 to go. He's got plenty of time. There's no need to rush. into the final corner. And VTR having a big moment on the front end. Everyone's really wide. Just getting caught up in the slipstream. And that gives Craig another back into the 6th, 10th window. And just puts VTR out of slipstream range. And Howling has been overtaken by Reps at the final corner. So let's see what Reps can do. And the attack of Schmoys. But Howling might attack Reps back potentially. He does not, and Reps. Let's see. Oh, and Hulikar's gone down at turn 1, and Amir's going to take the position from his teammate. Oh, VTR's round wide somewhere. Must have gone. It must have hit the curb because he hasn't actually lost any time to Craig. Let's see, where does Reps attack the Prima Pramat Racing Ducati? Howling tried twice at turn 4 and failed. Through turn 5 and now flipping over to turn 6. Turn 9 is probably the most likely of places. It's the most open place to do an overtake at this circuit in this sector, in this part of the track. He's going to pull up to the left. He's got a great run, and he is through. Oh, he takes his front wheel away, but Schmoys is going to try and outbrake the Repsol Honda. That's not going to work. We have to go back to the front now, despite I need to check if Schmoys does that. Oh, Rolls has gone down again. But here comes VTR, pulls out to the left of Craig, but the Ducati just holding off. The Aprilia as Rolls has gone. Oh, and Reps has gone down as well. And Howling's gone through, and Schmoys, so Schmoys has let Howling through. And Reps and Rolls are now down to 7th and 9th. But now here we go, 4 laps to go between these two. Fadley, he's just losing touch, but if these guys fight, he can definitely be back in the fight for the win. Both of them doing turn 1 well. Craig opening up turn 2 a bit better so he can get the better run, despite the fact that VTR is actually closed in. Where can VTR make the move? It does seem like Craig has got the straight line speed. VTR's probably the better in the corner, so VTR, I'd imagine, will make the move somewhere in the 2nd or 3rd section. Here we go into turn 4, turn 5, sorry, and VTR makes the move after Craig on a front end moment. Craig trying to squeeze through, but he is unable to do so, and VTR takes the position away from Craig with 3.5 laps remaining through the double right-handers. Craig's now break himself in the slipstream. And that might be it for Craig, but I'm sure he'll fight back if possible down into the hairpin. He's got to break just a little bit earlier than he has done all race long, just with that added slipstream, and he has done. So I think if Craig can just hold on to this gap through this sector, he can pass him down one of the 2 straights. As we now change direction for the chicane. Oh, and I think Craig hit the curb as well, so that's even more time lost, and VTR is just pulling away. And Craig taking the world's tightest line, and that's really not going to help him on his exit as well. He's at the outside curb. It's all going wrong for Craig right now. And VTR's pulled away with quite a sizable margin. Through the final corner, Craig outbroke himself as well. Craig is really pushing to try and stay with VTR, but mistakes are just coming left, right and centre. As with Schmoys, who's still holding off Howling for 4th place now. Howling just can't find his way through on the Austrian. Oh, Craig's gone down to turn 1. I can't. Oh my god. Craig pushing way too hard, and he's made a big mistake. Folded the front, and that now promotes Fadley into 2nd place. Reps and Hulicar fighting for the last place. Into turn 1, Hulicar's got the inside line, but whoa, and Reps is going to hold it round the outside for turn 2. The 2 making contact. Honda versus Ducati, and the Honda comes out on top. Howling still unable to find a way through. On Schmoys, who runs really wide out of turn 4 into turn 5. Howling's been stuck behind the Austrian all race long. He's made quite a number of attempts to overtake, but fortunately, every move Howling was retaken quite instantly. But now he doesn't have to worry about any riders behind him. He can focus solely on the Ducati ahead of him. But this will definitely be Howling's best finish of the season if he can just stay on the bike. Yet to have a top 5 finish all season. Oh, and Fadley's made some form of mistake as Craig is now on the back of Fadley. He's going to barge his way through, and he's forcing it to not. He's not gone through, thankfully, but that could have gone very, very wrong for the Ducati riders. We now start the penultimate lap of this race. Schmoy's still got 3 attempts over Howling. Into turn 1 they go. Fadley's really, really wide. Craig's got the inside line, but Fadley's going to have the inside line for turn 2. He's going to launch an attack. Craig holds it around the outside as we change direction. Contact between the two, and Craig is going to get the better of the situation. And Craig moves into second place. On the brakes into turn 4. Fadley's all over the shop and he's down. Fadley goes down at turn 4, but he has got a massive gap over Schmoy, so he doesn't have to worry. As Schmoy's now is going to be under a threat from Howling again into turn 4. He's all over the place in the braking zone, but he's just able to fend off the Dutchman, and he's down! He's at the grass and he's eye-sided. And oh my god, and Rolled and Amir luckily able to dodge the flying Pramac Ducati during the blind crest, but big mistake for Schmoy's, but Howling will be thankful the fact he didn't get caught up in that, and he's now in prime position to take 4th place, which I think he'll definitely take. It'll be his best finish to date since his return. Can Roll overtake Amir to move inside the top 5. He could have been in the podium battle. He could have finished second today, with Craig and Fadley crashing out, but we'll never know. But Roll's definitely showing good pace in Division 1. Amir's wide. Roll's going to have the inside line for the next corner, but he's just not able to commit the pass on Amir. But I'm guessing he's going to try and slip shoeing down to the final corner. Amir goes all the way to the left, so Rolls goes to the right. Amir's going to just about lose his braking mark, but he's just in front of Rolls, who goes round the outside of him in the braking zone. Does the American hold on to position? No, he doesn't, but he's going to have the undercut, but Amir's right in his path, and that affects Rolls' exit as he goes down the straight as we start their final lap of the race. Rolls once again tries to outbrake Amir, but Amir's got the inside line. To turn 2, and Amir holds firm in that top 5 place. As to change direction down towards turn 3, and they are really closing in on Howling now. Maybe his top 4, his 4th position isn't safe as I thought it was. He's got to do just a really safe. It can't be too safe though. Maybe he relaxed a bit too much as he goes through turn 5. And now turn 6. I don't know how much this will mean for Howling to get a top 5 finish. I think really needs Rolls to make some form of attack on Amir. But Rolls is going to run really wide through turn 7, and he's going to go down. Big mistake by Rolls there, and now it's just Howling and Amir to fight for 4th place. Amir can now afford to run his racing lines and try and pressure Howling into some form of mistake. As they go through turn 11, Howling really wide line as they go into the chicane. But here comes VTR into the final corner, and he's going to make it 3 race wins out of 4 Grand Prix. Out of the final corner, and the championship leader extends his lead by 3 points. Craig will finish in second. And on his return, Fadley will finish in 3rd. And Howling just about holds off Amir, assuming he doesn't run out of fuel up to the line. The Grassini rider holds on to 4th, Amir in 5th. Hulikar takes 6th, Reps will be 7th, Rolled in 8th, and Schmoys will round out the field in 9th. So VTR, your race winner. Craig in 2nd, Fadley in 3rd, Howling in 4th, Amir 5th, Hulikar 6th, Rep 7th, Rolled 8th, and Schmoys rounding out the field in 9th. So we'll now move on to the interviews. So we will talk to our 3rd place man, Fadley. You returned to VollGazzRacing here at Sepang, and you had good pace, but unfortunately you made a couple of mistakes, but you finished 3rd. So how do you feel?
Thank you, Jack. First of all, it's been a long time since I've been here in the podium. I think I remember season 6, Portimao. It feels good, especially with the bike that's not easy to ride, you know. Just proving myself that I'm improved and happy with the result, and let's see what the future holds. Maybe come back as a full-time rider, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so good job. And well done on your return to the podium.
Thank you, Jack.
So we now move to the 2nd place rider in Craig. You led for over half of the race, but fortunately a number of mistakes cost you the chance to fight for victory. But how does it feel to be back on the podium in 2nd?
I'm not really happy, to be honest, to be back on the podium. Quite annoyed about the crash, that was pretty much it. It just sets me further back behind VTR. It was a stupid crash, and obviously I just kept making mistakes throughout the race. I did make an adjustment before the race with my ratio, so I don't know if that's affected me, because I was quite close to VTR in the practice runs, and I just felt like he was disappearing straight away as soon as he got past me. But I'm not really happy, to be honest. It's a podium, yeah, but VTR's going to make that gap bigger now.
Yeah, so you've got some work to do, but there's still quite a long way in this championship.
Yeah, well done though to VTR and Fadley as well.
We now move on to our race winner. VTR, you had possibly the worst start possible, but luckily you didn't get caught up in turn 1, and you slowly but surely progressed your way through the field. And once you're at the front, you forced Craig and Fadley into mistakes, and now you've extended the championship lead further. So how are you feeling?
Yeah, obviously it's good to have this lead now, even bigger. I think it's roughly like 14, 15 points, something like that. Yeah, I'm really happy with my result today. I got wheel spin off the start, so that definitely didn't help, and that put me all the way down to, well, last out of the people who didn't crash. Julie crashed at turn 1. And I was the last out of the people who didn't crash, so I made my way through the field and got to the front, and it was a quick overtaking Craig. I wasn't planning to overtake him that early, but yeah, I overtook him quite early on, and yeah, I just managed to pull away. So sadly we didn't have much of a battle. We did a few practice racing, we had lots of battles, so unfortunately we didn't have a battle, but you know, I'll take it, you know, get it away. But yeah, overall I'd say it's a really solid race for me, and yeah, I'll take the result, and well done to Craig on 2nd and Fadley on 3rd. And a special mention to Howling in 4th. I know he's been desperate for a good result, and he's been messaging me and stuff. So yeah, well done to Howling on 4th as well. Yeah, so congratulations to all the riders, and we'll be back in the new year due to the next 2 Sundays falling on Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. And yeah, we'll see you in the new year at Silverstone. Goodbye.